Yeah, so you can see that the spectrum of hydrogen atoms studied by Balmer. He was the first scientist to study about the hydrogen spectral line. So as per the Balmer, you can see this is a emission spectrum and these lines. See, this background is dark and these lines, emitted lines, it will be a particular color giving a particular wavelength. So the first line which he observed, he named is as H alpha and the wavelength of it is 656.3 nanometer, and it corresponds to the red color, and that is the longest wavelength. Second, he named it as H beta. Its wavelength is 486.1 nanometer and it is nearly bluish green line. The third one, that is H gamma, right, and that is 434.1 nanometer, that nearly corresponds to the violet light. So you can observe one thing, as the wavelength decreases, the line gap, you can see they appear closer. Also the intensity decreases as wavelength decreases. So Balmer did this. He was basically a numerologist and he played with numbers and he found one empirical formula. So this is a empirical formula. Empirical formula matlab obtained on the basis of experiment. So as per the Balmer, 1 upon lambda, that is the wavelength which is emitted, is equal to R 1 upon 2 square minus 1 upon n square, where value of n's can be 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Why it is so? Because n should be a greater energy level than the second. He wrote it here second because all these emissions which are taking place are from higher energy levels to the second orbit, second stationary orbits, right? And see why he could see it, because it falls in the visible region, and the value of this Rydberg's constant he found to be 1.097 into 10 raised to 7 meter inverse. Now if we do this calculation by substituting say n equal to 3, that is the transition of electron from third orbit to the second orbit, and substitute the Rydberg's constant and calculate the value of wavelength lambda, turns out to be 656.3 nanometer, that corresponds to the red. Same way, if I take the transition n equal to 4 to n equal to 2, from fourth energy level to the second energy level, the wavelength will be corresponding to the 486.1 and so on, right? So basically this was the empirical formula, and he was the first one to observe that the emission spectra of hydrogen atom. Later on, the experiment suggested the discovery of hydrogen lines in infrared region and ultraviolet region also. But initially it was observed by Balmer, and that was any transition of electron from higher energy level to the second energy level, and it is in which region of light? EM waves, that is in visible part of light. So later on this formula was replaced as 1 by lambda r n dash square minus 1 by n square. So obviously the n should be greater than n dash, right? This should be the higher energy level to the lower energy level. So we will be studying that in detail. We have to study now the quantization of we have to study now the quantization of angular momentum. As per the Bose condition, the quantization of angular momentum. See, we know it. What is linear momentum? P is equal to mv, and angular momentum L. Angular momentum L, this we have learnt in 11th, is equal to r cross p, that is mvr. So according to the de Broglie hypothesis, we know it that the wavelength lambda is equal to h by mv. See, Rutherford suggested that the electrons can be in any orbit. It can take any radius. But according to the Bohr, he suggested that electron can be only in this circular orbits where the energy, only that energy that are considered as a stationary energy level, and it contains the integral multiple of wavelength lambda. So the circular orbits 2 pi r is equal to n lambda. So see, this is the first orbit where n equal to 1. This is the second orbit where n equal to 2. Third orbit where n equal to 3. You can see this wavelength is for only one wavelength. These are two wavelengths. This is 1, this is 2. This is 1, 2 and 3. N equal to 3. So only the orbits which take 2 pi r is equal to n lambda, only these orbits will be considered as the stationary orbit. It means 2 pi is equal to n by 4 lambda नहीं हो सकता. Electrons cannot remain in the orbit where 2 pi r is equal to n by 4 lambda. It cannot be n by 6 lambda. It should be only integral multiple. मतलब value of n can be 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now we substitute this lambda as h by p or mv. So this my equation 2 pi r will become nh by mv. So if you take r here and 2 pi here, so my angular momentum L is mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. So what it suggests? So according to the Bose postulate quantization condition, that electron cannot be in any orbit, only possible orbits where angular momentum is integral multiple of h by 2 pi, where n is called as principal quantum number and its values can be 1, 2, 3 and so on. So only these orbits will be considered as the stationary orbits. Only in these orbits electron can be there. Otherwise it will not give the stability to the atom. So let us study in detail about the Bose postulates. So Bose postulate, the postulate Niels Bohr was the first scientist who explained in detail about the hydrogen spectrum, and he obtained the model of atom based on the quantum physics, on the quantum theory of radiation. So as per him, the first postulate is that there is a positively charged nucleus at the center of the atom. So you can see that, and specifically this is for hydrogen atom. So you can see in hydrogen atom, in the nucleus there will be only one proton. So the charge of proton is plus E. Only one electron, simplest atom, hydrogen atom. One electron that is revolving in a circular orbit around this nucleus. So as per his first postulate, there is a positively charged nucleus at the center of the atom around which the electron revolves in circular orbit. Now we know it. When electron revolves in a circular orbit, it is a accelerated motion, circular motion. This velocity will be given by drawing a tangent. Centripetal force will be always towards the center. So centripetal force required for electron to move in this circular path is given by electrostatic force of attraction, that is Fe, between positive charge positive charge proton and negatively charged electron. So if we know it,